This series will teach you how to paint a portrait from start to finish. It's meant to help my students with a specific project, but it can help other artists too. This first video will teach you about starting your painting and painting the background. The first step is to tone your canvas. Toning your canvas serves a few different purposes. First, it gets rid of the white quickly so your painting looks more finished. It can also help to create lighting or a mood in your finished painting. It can also be helpful in establishing skin tones for portraits. I recommend toning your canvas orange or purple. Orange will make your skin tone look well lit and glowy. It works well for lighter skin tones. Purple will create a darker, moodier portrait. Some people like to use it for darker skin tones, but the choice is ultimately up to you. To tone my canvas, I mix my color and then mix water into it. I use more water to spread the paint on my canvas to create a very thin layer. I alternate moving my brush up and down and side to side until my canvas is smooth. To draw your portrait and any other symbols you're including. Draw using a wooden pencil, not mechanical, to prevent smudging. Then go over all of your lines in a thin tipped Sharpie. Here's my finished drawn portrait. Now we're painting in the background. We start by outlining the portrait and symbols with a thin liner brush. We want to get right up next to all of the shapes so that we can't see any of the toned canvas or the Sharpie peeking through. Take your time and go slow to get it right. Once you've outlined all of your shapes, you can paint in the rest of the background with a bigger brush. You'll notice that I have some thinner areas where my toned canvas peeks through, which I don't want, so I'll go back and paint a second coat over those areas. I start with the background. You can see that I've already started painting in some of my symbols. Specifically, I painted the rod of the umbrella because that's further back in space. I also painted in the shadows of my sunflower petals because I prefer to paint from the darkest to the lightest value. I'm also painting from darkest to lightest on the umbrella fabric. I'm jumping ahead a little bit, so at this point I've painted in most of the flower petals. Because yellow acrylic is very transparent, I can see some of my Sharpie lines through the paint, but I don't mind it in this case. Now I'm painting in the center of the sunflower, also from darkest to lightest. I'm also going to add some light yellow highlights to the petals. Ready to work on the face. You'll see that step in the next video.